All right, everyone, what's going on? I literally just got off the Side Scrollers podcast a little bit ago here. It was like maybe 20 minutes ago. I actually did a post show with them after I appeared on their show. Today's March 16, 2023. I was on their show from 9 a.m. until after 2 p.m. my time. Yes, that's how long the show lasted, and we didn't even cover everything, which I didn't think we would, honestly. I did not think it would cover much, or, there's so much to talk about when it comes to insane amount of stuff that gets thrown at me on a daily basis. So I was expecting that it was going to end up being an insane show, and now, looks like there's going to be a part 2 at some point, which I'm okay with. I'm sure it's not going to be anytime soon. But yeah, what are you going to do, right? So, are we ready to get started here? First of all, it looks like someone tipped me. Why did you tip me? Is this who I think it is? No. It is absolutely not. Absolutely not. I thought maybe this would have been 1 Minute Man, who always supports every day. No. This is an anonymous $20 tipper. He says, I thought you were good in the podcast. When Keemstar randomly came on, you stayed composed. You talked to him even after all he's done. You still, still being civil. Yeah. I'm not going to be an idiot. I'm not going to sit there and be uncivil to someone. It is what it is. He wanted to jump on the show and make it about him. Good for him. I don't know how that was his show, though. It really didn't make much sense that he was there, right? But it is what it is. That's how he is. Again, what did I say? He has to be the center of attention. He has to be involved in everything, right? And he proved it by appearing on the show. Like, he literally proved it. I don't even have to say anything else about it. I mean, you prove yourself every day, right? And through your actions. He proved it through his actions, correct? So there you go. Okay, so that was a tip that came in like half an hour ago. Thank you to whoever that anonymous tipper was. So let's talk. What do you guys want to talk about? What do you guys want to talk about? I'm open again. We got another 90 minutes to just chill. Obviously, we're not doing gameplay now. We'll do 90 minutes and I'll go on break to eat my dinner. And then after that, I'll come back tonight with a nice chill, either just chill stream for 2 hours or Like a Dragon Ishin, whatever you guys want. It's up to you guys, okay? So we want to talk about. Disco says Keemstar's a drama queen for real. One of the reasons I want nothing to do with them, right? Jeffrey just keeps spamming the chat about side scrollers getting super chats. Okay, goodbye. Any mods in chat? I have no idea. Baba Duke says, I don't know. I thought Keemstar was pretty composed. Oh, no one said Keemstar wasn't composed. Of course he was. There's no way he could show up unhinged and start ranting at me on someone else's show. Then people will call him out for it, right? Thank you. Just saying says, good job keeping your composure. I appreciate that. Can we not talk about the podcast, Green Goblin? Sadly, Green Goblin, I don't think it's really avoidable at this point, considering it's the longest thing I've done outside of my content and one of the things I've ever done outside of my content. I don't know how we would really avoid talking about that right now. I think it's going to be pretty pertinent to discuss it right now, okay? I received a $50 tip. Thank you. An anonymous $50 tipper says, you stood up like a man on the podcast. Respect. Thank you to Oswald for a $50 tip. That is or Oswald. No. I ignored, I clicked on, what? I merged 2 emails. You see how shell shock I am here? I had another email, and I read Oswald from a second email over to the $50 anonymous tipper. Oops. Sorry about that. So I got a $50 anonymous tip, and I received a $1 tip. Hold on. I'm going to be a little shaky. I was on the show for so long. I had 2 cups of coffee this morning. 2 to prepare for that, which I almost never had. And I was like, oh my God. So Oswald, no. Anonymous tipper. Did I click the animation? Anonymous tipper. Thank you for a $50 tip. I can't even do stuff normally. I'm so all over the place today. $50 tip from an anonymous tipper. Then I got a $1 tip from Oswald, who said, good job on the show, man. Holy moly. Okay, thank you guys. Wow. Holy moly. I don't want to talk about Keemstar this whole stream, by the way, So American Manga Undertaker re-upped his membership for 6 months, and he says, as a fan, it's worth it to watch. Is it worth it to watch the interview? I mean, I don't know. Will you guys tell me? Do you guys think it would be worth it for someone who didn't watch the interview to watch it? It's not that I have a good time, but I do feel like I very intelligently conducted myself on that show. You know what I'm saying? K Styles re-upped his membership for 22 months at the Ultra Supporter level. Thank you, K Styles. And then Krasco did a super chat. I thought you did well, Phil. Thank you, Krasco. Appreciate that. Age Sicky did a super chat and says, I enjoyed your interview. Can't wait for part 2. Thank you. Appreciate that. So, Mint says, do you feel it was a fair interview? It felt like an ambush. How was that an ambush? If anything, the only part that was unexpected was Keem showing up. All right. I don't think that the Keem part was like if Keem had come on the show and was like, screw you, you're a liar, blah, blah, blah. It wasn't. It wasn't about that. It was about our interaction, which I don't even understand because no one really cares. Like, seriously, no one cares but my detractors about our interaction. I don't care about our interaction we had last year, but, you know, it is what it is. Again, he has to make it all about himself. I don't want to talk about him all day. So. SD Charger says they should have prepared more, had a timeline, and asking questions in a certain order. I mean, maybe they did. You don't know. Maybe I don't know what they were following there. Showtime did a super chat. Felt like it was a setup, though. How do you feel it was a setup? I don't feel that at all. If I'm the person who was interviewed and I don't feel it was a setup, how do you feel it was a setup exactly? Right? I'm a little bit of a loss there. That you think it was a setup. Why were they upset with how I spend my money? First of all, they weren't upset. This is the detractors' questions and stuff, right? But again, the insinuation is that if I'm making money and I'm irresponsibly blowing it on stuff, right, then, you know, there's going to be criticism there. And that's what these people have made this giant semi-fabricated situation around it, correct? And I really feel like, you know, that, you know, people want answers, and I tried to answer as best I could. You know what I mean? PF says, don't send the screenshot. It feels like a setup. Yeah, I mean, we'll see. I have to have future talk. I'm gonna have future talks with him, Craig. That is. You know, I received another tip. Wow. I guess I'm just gonna be shouting out contributions. Thank you, Cooper, who re-upped his membership. Don't send the screenshot. Oh, I just read that. No, I didn't. He says hear about the huge discount Bed Bath & Beyond. No, Cooper. What are you talking about? A discount at Bed Bath & Beyond. Mishael did a $10 tip. He says, good job on the interview. Thank you, Mishael. I appreciate that. Again, you know, for me, this was just like... to them, that was like a long grilling session. To me, that was like normal. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even feel like I was in the hot seat. Because this happens every day on my own streams. So, Snow Carl tipped $1. I want to say you did as well as anyone could have on that podcast. I'm proud. Must have been hard. It was difficult. Your first live confrontation in a long time. I'm sorry that you know, people had to be brought into it like Cat. And I'm looking forward to part 2. Thank you very much. Yeah. I did reveal some stuff, man. I did reveal some stuff that no one knew. And, you know, watch the show. That's all I'm going to say about that. You know, I'm not going to be talking about all that crap. But, you know, it's sad. The people that people have said and done, it's pretty messed up. Big Papa Phil did a $10 tip. I commend you for doing the interview. I think you're great. You stood up in the face of all the detractor BS. You delivered your defense strongly. I've been a fan for several years. I want the best for you. So, if you have a chance to do the podcast and have Keem shop that podcast as sponsors, do it. It would help your family a ton. You'll rise above. I don't know about that. I would love to do that podcast without Keem. As I said live on the show. I'm okay with doing it. I'm okay with Boogie. I'm okay with Wings. I'm not okay with Keem. So that would be the person that I really want nothing to do with. I don't know if it's worth it at all. It might hurt myself more than it could ever help. Seriously. I don't want to be Mr. Lolcow for the rest of my life. I don't. So, I got a $4.20 tip. Thank you all. You guys are amazing. Radical Justice, good job. Let's get high, bud, with a great animation. Craig seems like a good guy. I hope you have an actual fun podcast. I think eventually we will get there. It might just take a long-ass time, right? I think it will. I think it'll take a long-ass time. For the record, I have absolutely no idea what happened with my internet. It went down legit. It went down completely legitimately. I was like, what? And I don't know if someone DDoSed me or not. I have absolutely no clue at all what happened there. You guys know my internet almost never goes down. If it does, it's like a blip. Basically, my modem reset itself. So I don't know if that was a DDoS or not. How is it that it happened then, but then it didn't happen? You would think if someone DDoSed me, it would have happened again and again and again, right? It just happened once and stopped. So I'm like, it was weird. I really wasn't a DDoS, because if it was a DDoS, that means I now have to go through the painstaking trouble of contacting my ISP to get this fixed. I hope it's not. See, Butler Spirit, here's the difference. He says, why only take negatives away from the Keem vid, what you've heard, but feel it's unfair? I've seen Drama Alert. It's trash. It's trash game. It's a trash content. It's bad. That's my opinion. You can disagree. But 1,000,000%, I don't like his content. I have issue with it. You understand? It wasn't the documentary that made him dislike. I already disliked him. Then I watched the documentary. You understand? Naysayer, re-upped his membership. You handled yourself well, mad respect. Thank you. Throwing Ennis to the super chat. You look like a complete clown. $2 for Vince. There you go. I have no idea what that means, but enjoy your band. And Amrit did a super chat. Props for hanging in there for 5 hours under fire. Not a detractor or a fan, just neutral. Credit where it is due. Phil, thank you to Amrit for a super chat. That's very nice of you. At the end of the day, this is not going to change anything, I don't feel. Maybe it will. I don't think so. But I'm happy that I did it. I actually am happy that I did it. Big Old Beans, I think you and Wings Boogie could be a great hope you guys work together. I want to work with those guys. I would do a podcast with them, 100%. Just, it's not happening. Mr. Oink says, I find Adam annoying and biased. I did not find him annoying and biased at all. Ugh. The part where Keemstar kept saying you were going to watch Lal Cow boxing match was BS. Why would I watch that? You guys know I don't watch any of that shit. You guys tell me about it. I don't know anything about it. Oh, you're going to watch it. Keem, again, he's such a giant inflated ego in his own head. And by the way, now I'll say, oh, he's talking about me. Yeah, Keem, he essentially evaded my episode of Side Scrollers, my interview. Now I'm going to talk about you. You're going to deal with it. All right? He has such a giant inflated egotistic head that he's like, you're going to watch my content. I never watched your content, dude. I don't watch your content. Even the clips I can't stand. I want to vomit. I can't watch that shit. Sorry that I have morals and a different moral compass than you. But I do, you know. You're going to watch that. No, I'm not. I haven't watched any celebrity boxing. Not one piece of any of it. Did I prefer Benadryl and Gas X? No, I did not. I woke up early. I had 2 cups of coffee. If you didn't notice, I was constantly drinking. And by the way, there was a mute button, okay? In that way that they stream, there's a mute button right on the screen. You might have noticed I went a few times. I clicked the mute button and then come back because it was right there. Yeah. Would I consider having Boogie on my show? Yes, I would. If he wanted to come on, I would extend that invitation to him. Adam was on my case from the beginning. I don't think so. I don't know why you guys feel that way. You guys are being way more harsh to them than I think. You have to understand something. They are 100% outsiders to me. They don't know me. Craig knows me in a casual way from many, many years. The other guys didn't know me at all, right? So they're coming from the outside. All they've heard is the negative stuff. Now it's my opportunity to counter the negative stuff, right? So I didn't take it in any negative way, man. I thought it was fine. Big Papa Phil says there's snakes everywhere in business and jobs. Doesn't mean you don't work with them when you must to benefit yourself and your family. Again, though, here's what you have to understand is if I went on that podcast, right? Number one, you saw how Keemstar acts. He would literally try to be like, well, this podcast is the most important part of your life, so you got to bend over backwards for me for the rest of your life. Everything you do, you have to listen to me because I've got you on this podcast. I feel like he would hang that over my head forever, number one. And he'd be so controlling. And number two, just, again, if you're on a Lol Cow cast, you're talking about a show that already the title is a negative association. It's an insult. You're calling me a Lol Cow. Why am I going to do that? Right? Have it be a serious show. Not, you know, oh, everyone's going to just sit here to make fun of us all day, every day. It's ridiculous. I received a $20 tip from Opposite George. I only caught the last 25 minutes. I want to ask, are you Keemstar cordial now? Do you think you were fairly interviewed? I thought interviewers were pushing a little bit with the Yucko the Clown. Is that who that was? Was that Yucko the Clown? Is that from a Howard Stern show? Is that who It's a Gundam is? No way. Is that him? Or is that a joke? Is it really him? I want answers because he sounds like Yucko the Clown. You hit it on the head. Maybe he just tries to sound like that. Right? I don't know. No one's answering. No one's answering if it actually is Yucko the Clown or not. Adam seemed triggered. It's not Yucko the Clown. He just sounds like him. What a voice to have. Holy moly. Tartarian Truth, re-up the membership for 10 months. Wings and Phil interview soon. All right, it's hat time, guys. I'm sorry, I would like to talk with you. I'm just gonna throw on a hat, okay? Ryuko does adult cartoons. He does not run a YouTube channel. Okay, well, it's not Yucko then. Man, it sounds like him. It sounds just like him, 100%. Oh man. Do I feel I did well countering some of the claims? Here's the thing. It wasn't about countering them. It was about answering them in one place. I've already countered all of those claims. I already said that. I've already done that. Did you have any real new definitive information in that? You found out a few new personal things about me and my wife. And that's about it. Things that I've never disclosed before. That are issues, ongoing issues with us, right? I really don't wish to elaborate further on them. I don't want to tell you about our problems behind the scenes that have nothing whatsoever to do with our content. You understand? It's really no one's business. But basically, I didn't have, that wasn't the intention of going on the show. Now people say, well, did he answer the questions? Yes, he did. Go watch the show. Do you believe him? That's your call. Believe him or not, right? Believe him or not. If you don't believe him, that's fine. Hate him, don't watch his content. Or do. Whatever you want to do. You know, but at least it's there now, right? At least now there's a definitive answer to all of that stuff, correct? That's right, I got to represent Grove Street. Drunken Weasel did a super chat with the recent podcast. Is there going to be a part two? Well, with a part two, we consider talking about Review Tech USA. No, absolutely not. American Manga Undertaker did a super chat. Keemstar was there. How was it? Basically, Keem came on to argue with me about last year him offering me $50K to be on a podcast, which never happened because he never talked to me. Basically, he said, oh, this was the offer. There was no offer. You never offered it to me. You never contacted me. You couldn't even listen to simple instructions. Dragon Davy Ray did a super chat. Great job. Kept your cool. Mad respect. Thank you, Dragon Davy Ray. Appreciate that. If you guys want to ask me a question and you're not contributing, please tag me in the chat. You don't have to contribute, but I do need to see your message. I received another tip. You guys are being awesome and don't have to be, but thank you so much. You understand, that was essentially my first stream of the day. So thank you so much for supporting me here. $20 tip from 1 Minute Man. Good job keeping your cool during a 5-hour interrogation. 1 Minute Man, in a rare move, has spoken. He never speaks. I think the last time he spoke was Christmas. He said, Merry Christmas. Thank you so much, 1 Minute Man. I appreciate your always staunch support of me and my content. It is very nice of you to come out today and actually say something on the stream. I appreciate that. I mean, are there any questions I wish Craig and Adam asked? There's so many questions. There's so many questions to be asked, right? I don't know. I don't know what to say. George, no, I mean, are Keemstar and I cordial? I have absolutely no relation to Keemstar, and I have no desire to really talk to him. Is that cordial? Do you really think Keem is going to contact me? Here's the real question, all right? He said on the show, oh, no, the offer's not off the table, but the offer's off the table. Like, he literally said that. He said, oh, no, you know, the door's not closed, but the door's closed. He said both, right? So when you say both like that, it's like... what does that mean? Talking out of both sides of his mouth. Again, I don't want to talk about Keem all day. I really don't. We got 100 likes. Time for a full screen celebratory bubble blow. Very nice. Here we go. Excuse me. There you go. Thank you guys for the support on this stream. We got, basically I'm going till 4 p.m. like usual. All right. So I'll be here till 4 p.m. just like always. And then I'm eating my dinner with my wife, and then I'll come back tonight with another stream. And it's up to you what you guys want to do. Do you want to do a Like a Dragon Ishin stream tonight? Do you want to do another just chill stream tonight? I'm down for whatever you guys want tonight. Okay. By the way, we have over 700 people on the stream right now. I'm so dumb I didn't say this. Welcome to anyone who's a newcomer. I very well may have some spillover right now from that show. If you guys were watching the Side Scrollers podcast, maybe you're even a patron of Side Scrollers, welcome. Sorry I didn't say anything. I'm being stupid because I'm kind of shell-shocked after the show. This is a 24-hour sub-only mode chat. There's a very good reason for it. It's because if you're not, if I didn't do that, this entire chat right now would be trolls. Okay, it would. So I have to be careful about that. And I have to basically shut down that stuff. You know what I'm saying? So if you liked that show and you'd like to join in the chat, you have to subscribe for 24 hours. So please sub to the channel. If you don't like the content in the next 24 hours, unsub. You don't have to stay sub, but you do have to sub if you want to chat. Okay, it's a 24-hour wait. Tomorrow, all my content will be regular. Gameplay and everything will be usual, normal stuff. Okay? So, Purple Pickle to the super chat. $10 one, thank you. I gotta give credit where it's due. You showed up to the show like Lana Rhoades. All right, this is some kind of a sexual joke that I don't even know what it means. It was a great watch. I'd love to see more. Mad respect from the pickle. I don't even know who that Lana Rhoades is, but I'm not even going to read the rest of that. But thank you, Purple Pickle. Oh, my God. Yikes. Holy crap. All right. Mr. Oink says, ultimately, it's your choice. I don't like the way they conducted themselves. Can we run a poll for which game? For tonight? No, tonight it would be Like a Dragon Ishin if we do a game. If not, we could just do another chill stream, whatever you guys want. Just like hanging out. Do I ever think of the 50K? Would I give Keem a fair chance? Again, there was no 50K. Keem never actually went through the process of contacting me and offering it to me. He tweeted on his own account. We had a conversation in DMs where he didn't tell me what the actual offer was. Then he refused to call me when he was supposed to. But this is somehow my fault. I was supposed to drop everything in my life for this guy because he's a controlling egomaniac, which I said on the show. You know, so this is not anything I didn't already say. Let's see here. Well, I think about some of the input I got today. I will. You know, some of the input I'm already implementing. It's funny because they say, oh, but you said you've changed. Well, I mean, I think I have. I'm listening to your input. We're doing stuff we've never done before. I'm trying to change for the better. I'm trying not to bring up drama. That was the whole purpose of going on the show, was that's where I was going to address it, right? Get it out of the way, right? So, you know, hopefully this will kind of be the end of it. I don't know. It's not going to be the end of it, by the way. I received a $20 tip from Was Good Here. Okay, let's see. See here. All right, so here we go. They said I don't have to read this, but I can if I want, so I'll read it. $20 tip came in. Listen to this, and let me play the animation when I read it. Okay. You don't have to read this on stream if it's too much. It's not. You were incredibly too polite. It's fair when you're being a guest, but that was not an impartial interview. It was an interrogation. You say that they were outsiders, but outsiders in a situation like this should not have been preconceived notions about you or your content. Craig's a nice guy, but he believed anyone should be able to spend money on whatever they want once received. Then proceeded to grill you about your WWE account, pressing for screenshots like it would solve something. Adam was worse. He actually stated blatantly he does not believe you when you got disconnected. Don't even get me started on Keemstar. I know you're a fan of these guys, but don't let that stop you from defending yourself. Stand on principle, not the necks of others. Appreciate you, Phil, and good luck. There you go. Interesting. Right? Interesting. I don't know. Again, even if they don't believe me, I still feel it was fair. I can't make you believe. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't make you believe me. How could I do that? It's weird because they say the pignosis. The what? Am I some kind of a magician? Am I a warlock, an evil warlock? Here I come through the power of the internet. Oh, hold on. Excuse me. Through the power of the internet, I'm using my magical powers now to control your mind and tell you to believe me. Everything I say is true and everything else is false that people say. I can't do that. You know, who do these people think I am? They think I'm some kind of a crazy, you know, powerful person. You know? It's just nuts. It's just nuts. I don't know. The pignosis thing. And then, yeah, you know, I didn't want, if they end up, let me put it this way. The two best outcomes is that either those guys either believe me or they just don't care. Correct? It's one or the other. So It's one or the other. And they don't have to like me. We're not friends. You know, we're not going to be close personal friends. I'm sure, you know. Would I like to show up on their podcast again? Yes, I will. I will do it again. But at the same time, you know. Darziak says, I felt Craig and Adam didn't really get that the negative stuff is minor from your overall amount of content that you make. Exactly. Here's the thing. They say, well, there's a mountain of evidence. Yes, but I'm a 15-year-long, one of the most prolific content creators out there. It's funny because it's like, well, look, we just pulled this recent clip from July of last year. Yeah, and in my opinion, it's a joke that's bad, but it's not a joke that's racist. I don't think the joke was racist because I didn't intend it in that way. But of course, you could spin it that way if you would like, sure. And the situation is that, you know, wow, we found one thing in the last few years to say Phil does. Now we'll do a clip from 3 more years before. Now the clip from 2010, you know? This isn't it. I've made 100,000 videos. 100,000. The negative stuff is the drop in the bucket, but they don't want to believe that. The detractors, they just want to focus on the shit. You know what I'm saying? Just saying the whole show was supposed to be about the negative. That was the premise. He says it was 3v1, only talking about negative. It wasn't a let's praise Dark Side Phil show. It was supposed to be Phil addresses stuff show. You know, that was the point of me going on there. Originally it wasn't. It was supposed to be I'm a normal guest. Then it turned into Phil is now interrogated. You know? Yeah, there's over 60,000 videos on this channel. Between all my other channels out there, I believe it is around 100,000 videos at this point. I could be off by a few, but I'm pretty sure we're close to there, right? Naysayer says, when you stream 6 times a week all year, 6 days a week, 2 streams a day, 100,000 videos, yeah, you're going to have moments of stupidity. I have lots of them, right? I'm glad you're here to hang out, Kagome. You think going 5 hours was nuts? Do you want to know the truth? It went by like this. I had no concept of what time it was. 0. None. I didn't know. I just kept going, and I had no idea what time was going by. No clue. Some people are saying it was unfair. If you feel it was unfair, you have the right to feel that way. I'm the one on the show, and I don't feel it was. You know? Let's grab, I need a light vest. It's very warm today for good reason. Let me grab a lighter vest. I know what one you guys like. I know what vest you guys like. The stupid one. Oh. Will I go back and watch it? Oh, it's 5 hours long. I don't know about that. It's a 5-hour long show, man. I don't know if I'm going to go back and watch it, quite frankly. Let's see here. More tips coming in. Wow, thank you guys. Only use me blade tip. This is not really them. $3 tip. Love the interview. Craziest conspiracy I heard is that you ran a cult. They say OIC was like a general and Derek was a high priest or something like that. Yeah, I'm sure. Thank you for that. And let's see here. Do I think, it's a $1 tip, do you think I defended myself well? Seems like they called you out numerous times. Literally, they said, well, you know, you're saying one thing, but you're not providing evidence, to which I responded, you're right. You know, there's some things that are going to be put myself and my family at too much personal risk. There have absolutely positively been times when I thought there's no risk here. Let me just do this or that, and it 1,000,000% blew up and hurt me badly. Okay? Being honest. It's happened before. It's documented. This has happened. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, why? I'm putting myself in harm's way by putting anything out there of a bank statement or showing my mobile phone or anything like that. I am. Okay? So, I'm not going to. Right? And there's the risk there. It's too great for my family and myself. Why would I do that? Right? Where Gamer says, some of the questions they asked multiple times, I felt you answered well the first time. Vice versa, some answers you gave more skirted their questions. There you go. I did my best. I really did my best. 5 hours, man. Kagome says we make mistakes, and that's us being human, but I agree. I made more mistakes than a lot of people. PS3 Troop says you don't owe them anything. I mean, I don't owe them anything. Absolutely not. I don't owe them anything. I saw an opportunity. I told you guys I wanted to be interviewed, right? Well, I got my interview, that's for sure. It was certainly different than I saw it kind of going down, but Butter says you don't want to put yourself in danger for nothing. Exactly right, because here's the thing. All right? Here is the thing. All right? Being honest. We're all here, we're chilling. Correct? And we have some newcomers here today, possibly. Welcome if you're a newcomer to my content. We're all here, we're chilling. Right? So, ultimately, with what happened, has it affected anything? Will it do positive or negative? I don't know what the net result will be, but ultimately, here's the thing. My detractors will never be satisfied anyway. Craig said it himself, that no matter what I say and do, they will never be satisfied. Because and from my perspective, they're in it for personal gain. That's why they keep doing it. They love making fun of me so they can keep rolling this popularity train on YouTube. So why would they ever stop? There's situations like that escort saga story. 1,000,000% proven false. They were just on to the next thing. So why do I care? But then because I don't say anything, I don't disprove it. Oh, it just continues forever. It must be true. It's not true. But why? And you know what Keemstar said resonates. It sucks that he's right, but he's right. I don't know if I got DDoSed or not. My modem got knocked off the internet and came back within about, a few minutes. I don't know what happened. And then when I come back, basically Keemstar says, well, it doesn't even matter anymore. You had your opportunity. You didn't send the pic to Craig right away. And because of that, now it doesn't matter if you send him one. Now it's over. You can't anymore. He's right. Then again, it doesn't matter anyway, because no one would have believed him either. You know what I'm saying? Like, no one would have believed him either. Even if I send him the screenshot right now, they won't believe him. They'll say he's making it up, or he's dumb. He doesn't understand the game. He doesn't get it, right? So, there you go. Well, you know what I was thinking of doing, but I don't think I'm doing it anymore. Here's what I was thinking of doing. I was going to take screenshots of not only WWE champions, but also other games that I've played to show him that it's the same account name in all the games. So that way, at least if he saw that, he'd be like, he's got an account here, here, and here, and they're all the same name, and it's not the name people say he is. There's your evidence. But now, you're right. You're absolutely right. If I do it now, probably no one will believe it anyway. Yeah. So what are you going to do? Darjack said, I found Keemstar, what he was saying was stupid. Someone could say you photoshopped. Exactly right. I mean, yes, that's exactly 100% right. They can say I photoshopped it or whatever. He's stupid. Purple Pickle did a super chat. Wings reacted to your interview live. I recommend you and him have a chat. That would be a fun one. We all would support that. I have no problems talking with Wings. Would you like to know the truth? I've asked Wings over the last several months if he would like to have an interview with me. I have. He has never responded, so I don't think he's interested. But don't harass him about it, because if he's not interested, he's not interested. I would like to have him on the show. Keep in mind, I have a React channel now. I have already told you guys it is my intention to have some interviews and stuff going on there. And he would definitely be someone I would like to sit down and talk with. Man, I would like to talk with him before I would love to talk with him before he has that boxing match with Boogie. I really would. Some people are actually sending me some nice supportive messages via email, and I appreciate people who are doing that. I'll read those later. Sorry, I can't read those now. Babadook says... No, see, here, Babadook, here you go. He says, Adam thought of the possibility as well, come up with a solution. You could do a FaceTime with Craig. Again, there's no point. There's no point because people won't believe Craig either now. That's they just won't believe it. It's, Well, let's see here. All right, I think I caught up. Sorry, look at me, zoning out here live on my own stream because I've been up since very early, like many hours early than I normally would be. All I had this morning was a strudel with 2 cups of coffee and a bunch of water That's what I'm fueled on right now. Mr. Oink says, I don't very much care for drama. Keemstar is a children's entertainer. I prefer game streams. I agree with you. Does Jasper like cat treats? Yes, he does, Willow. You know, theoretically, Wings and Boogie could go easy on each other for a payday. I mean, yeah, but the point I'm making is it's such nonsense. That whole event it's not even about them boxing. It's about embarrassing them, making them look like jackasses for money. It's disgusting in my opinion. Don't like that. You know, I don't. And there's personal risk involved as well. What if one of them has a heart attack during the fight? You know, like I can't be for that, man. Was it hard to sit there and talk openly about everything? Let me put it this way, okay? Essentially, it was hard. It was hard to... I had to maintain train of thought and rational mind. Keemstar has a way when he talks. He goes on and on and on so that you don't have a chance to react to anything he's saying. He'll say one point, then say 2 more points. Oh, okay, you're responsible. Wait, you just said 3 points. It's a way of talking, very manipulative way of talking to try to confuse you, okay? I felt like Adam and Craig were being very straightforward with their questions, while, you know, as Keemstar's a completely different kind of guy, right? But, you know, was it tough? Was it hard? No. At this point, literally, nothing phases me. I mean that. 100%, absolutely, positively, nothing phases me at all. Nothing. You know, I've been through everything. So that was like, if I was in your position, Phil, it would take years off my life. No, it didn't take years off my life. I'm cool. Oh, let's see here. I got another $10 tip. Keep in mind, this is not my opinion. This is an anonymous tipper saying this. Keem is a hypocrite, pretending that it's ethically okay to let Wings and Boogie box against each other, 2 men who could easily suffer a heart attack doing it. That's indicative of his character. I think you did a great job. Thank you. I think you've seen my point. I even brought it up. Oh, but they're all adults. Yeah, it doesn't mean nothing. They're desperate adults who need help. They're going to do anything they need to get help and hope for the best. Shit, both of them had joked about suicide and stuff. It's like, dude, do you not understand how this is wrong? Okay. Well, someone tipped me a $5 tip saying they're from a detractor channel. It took balls, but they still think I need to deal with alcohol and mobile game addiction. You don't have to, again, you don't have to believe me. I mean it. You don't. I'm not going to convince everyone. In fact, I might not convince anyone. Thanks for the $5 tip. That's nice of you. At least you said I had balls. That's something nice, I guess. I mean, yes, I am male. I have testicles. No, I did not have a toaster strudel. I had a regular strudel from the bakery. Big Daddy did a super test. It's time for duty to take an L. Good podcast. I don't know what that means. Unless you're talking about a detractor of mine, which I don't know why he'd be taking an L. But okay. Thank you for the super chat. Appreciate that. Whew. I'm glad you're feeling better today, Jay. It's good to see you as well. I hope you're feeling better. Butler Spirit says, Keem already said Boogie and Wings lost weight for the fight. He says it's a danger for them, but hype of this fight convinced them to improve their health. They've already done that. They already both did that. Remember? You ever watch their documentaries or whatever? We saw one of Wings. He went personal training. That was all documented. He lost weight and came right back. He didn't have the discipline to keep it off, correct? Doesn't mean anything. The risk is still there. Just because you lost weight doesn't mean your heart has magically fixed itself from all the years that you've put it through, all this stuff. Are they going to a heart doctor? Are they getting cardiograms? You know what I mean? I hope so. Again, it's not my business. Keem is bringing me into his business. I don't care about that. Why do you think he was on the show? Because there was a lot of hype around it, and he wanted to promote his stuff. That's why he was on there. 100% shilling, man. It's a shill life. It's interesting. $2 tip came in. The podcast is entertaining. They made more than $20,000 of contributions. Will you be seeing any of that? No, and I didn't know that, and no. It's not about making money. At all. It was there. I get paid $0 from that. 0.0 I will be receiving. It's not about me making money. It's not what I went on the show for. I was not paid. I will not be paid. Danny did a super chat. You did fantastic. Thank you, Danny. Appreciate that. Purple Pickle did a super chat. With enough talk shows, we can revive the vest goal. What? So if I keep going on talk shows, I'll keep hitting my vest goals. I'm sure that's what it was about too, right? I wanted to revive the vest goal. There you go. Every stream now, I must hit the vest goal of $150. That was the intention of going there for 5 hours, correct? Right. August says, I'm not sure that's fair. Keem seemed to handle himself in good faith. I mean, he handled himself in good faith, but he also shilled. He did. Absolutely. Did he have to bring up that fight between the two? No. Did he have to bring up, oh, they're losing weight? First time I'm announcing this. It was promotion. It was free promotion for him. And Craig and Adam fell for it. They did. They fell for the trap. 1,000,000%. That's how Keemstar operates. Why didn't I stay for the after podcast? I did. The after podcast was 15 minutes for their patrons, so I stayed. And I actually had some more conversation with them that was not interrogation stuff. It was more fun. So. Kid, I'm not judging Keemstar from one YouTube vid. I'm judging from his entire history and watching some of his drama alert stuff myself. That's what I'm judging off of. Did Kat watch it? She told me she watched some of it, not all of it. She watched some of it, and she was disgusted by Keemstar and closed the stream. Wow. Jade, there will not be any gaming on this stream. No. There's no time for that, as you can see. As you know, the stream ends at 4 p.m. There is no time for game. Tonight, I'd be down for Like a Dragon Ishin if you guys want that on the late stream. I'm also down for just interacting. Maybe we'll do a poll. We could easily just jump back into regular gameplay content tomorrow, depending. Also, I didn't do a level 1 podcast today. This is a long week for me, guys. I'm streaming 7 days this week. Yes, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I'm here 7 days this week. So we're going to make big pushes to try to finish Hogwarts Legacy, to try to get really far, maybe even finish Wolong. My goal is to try to get as much done before Resident Evil 4 comes out. Spartanius one says, do you think Keem will be back for part 2? I don't see why he would need to be. He said his piece, right? If he wants to contact me about doing a podcast and behind the scenes, he will. And that's that. I don't see why he would have to be on a show interviewing me again. PF, yeah, I know. PF says he's asking about the bank leaks and, you know, the actual identity theft because we never got into it. You notice that? We literally never went into the true identity theft story. Instead, it was address the bank leaks, but not address what really happened. Maybe that'll be part 2. Maybe part 2, they'll ask questions and I'll be able to tell more my side of stuff rather than just directly answering questions. I don't know. We never got to a lot of stuff, quite frankly. No, Green Goblin, I'm not asking them for any percentage of donations whatsoever. I refuse. Absolutely not. Hooey. Part 2 coming soon. Yes and no. For them to understand, there will be a part 2, but it's going to be a ways out. Don't expect it in the next few weeks to month, maybe a month or 2 out. It's not going to be, you know, they want to do their own show, man. They just had 2 weeks of drama around me. They're going to likely publicly announce that they're not doing it anytime soon. They want me back. I want to go back, but I'm not going back in next week, next month. It's going to probably be like, April, May, June-ish at the earliest. You got to give it some time. You see what I'm saying? Oh, let's see here. I received a $5 tip. I mean it. I'm impressed with your performance. When do you openly talk about mobile game addiction? Here we go again. I'm genuinely interested in keeping up with you now. I've thought negatively about you for a while. Today, you stood your ground as a man that took balls. Hope nothing but the best for you. Hope you'll play Elden Ring DLC. I will be playing Elden Ring DLC. Thank you for another tip. Again, what was I going to say? Oh, I said this on the show. I mean, I used to have addiction to mobile games. I admitted it. I admitted that I used to have addiction, but it wasn't the games people say today. It's the other games that I used to play. You know? Why do they say you have delusions of grandeur when you brought up being the most prolific content creator when you literally are? Because Adam doesn't know that. He didn't do the research. He doesn't know that. He doesn't know that I put out that many videos. Just look. DSP Gaming has 60,000. Darkside Phil has like 10,000. My vlogging channel has like 20,000. Just between there, you're almost at the 100. And I have all these other channels too. But they don't know that. I don't know what you mean, Felix the Maid. Are you official guest of Side Scrollers? I don't know what that means. I was on the show. Am I official? I guess I was officially on the show, no? I wasn't a standard guest. Me being on the show was a different kind of guest, right? Jeff says, I think when you talk about these things like your struggle with addiction or, let's see here, your mental state around the incident humanizes you. I'm just being honest, right? Purple Pickle did a super chat. You're losing money from your show like Wings did with Woody and Kyle from Painkiller already. You skipped out on your own personal camping trip. There you go. Thank you, Purple Pickle, for the super chat. PS3 Troop says, it's so easy just to go straight to the source and watch your actual streams. Here we are. We're on my actual stream, right? You see the content, correct? Am I going to get am I going to buy a Beat the Dragon t-shirt? They mentioned it. Was that the slogan they used? I don't remember if that's what they used or not. No, I'm not buying that shirt. Adam says he doesn't trust me when my internet's off. That's fine. He doesn't have to trust me. They don't, everyone has the subjective ability to make judgments for themselves, and he can. That's fine, right? Simon did a super chat. I like your responses to Keemstar. Well, I'm glad you liked them, Simon. I did my best to hold my own in someone who literally comes out of nowhere, tries to blindside me, and tries to do something, promoting his own stuff while also trying to make himself look good. In reality, he's not going to look good. What he did, he did. I didn't lie about it at all. He literally lied to me, lied on the show, saying, I called you when you told me to call you. No, you didn't. You never did. You literally ignored my messages about when to call. Or you can't tell what time zones are, I guess. I don't know. Can't tell time. I can't help you with that. PS3 Troop says it blows my mind, almost as if the truth is underwhelming with drama. It is. The truth in life is usually very, very underwhelming. Lanuli says you had so many internet problems, I believe it. What do you mean by that? I don't know what you mean by that, Lanuli. Can I not drink seltzer on stream anymore? No, I love seltzer. I'm going to continue to belch every day. Do I think Keem got confused about time zones? I don't think Keem cared. I think Keem feels like he controls every situation in his life, and therefore if Keem calls, I should just answer. No. If I'm doing my daily live stream, I will not just answer the phone in the middle of my live stream and say, this is an important call. No, I'm working. Sorry. That's my work is my work. You guys are my priority when I'm on a stream. Not anything else around me unless the house is burning, my wife needs my help, or, the cops are outside. You guys are what I'm doing, man. Not them. Not him. For sure not him. Mango Jewel Pods, come on. You've already been saying negative things about me for weeks. Now you're going to try to pile on. Come on, dude. Just stop it. If you really don't like me, just leave. Don't sit here and keep saying negative stuff, man. I mean it. I managed not to belch the whole interview. No, I muted it. They're using a streaming program that your controls are giant buttons in front of you. So when I felt like I had to burp, I muted the mic and then burped and then came back. It was very easy to do. There's a difference between doing that and doing it. Like right now, if I was going to burp, I could go, okay. But if I'm gaming over here, I can't go do that. And that's what most of the time when I'm burping or whatever, right? I'm doing it when I'm playing a game. You see what I'm saying? Double J did a super chat. Why don't you steal Keem's idea, create an exclusive podcast without him? Why didn't Keem delegate the task of contacting you to his team? I outright, again, I would do something with Boogie and Wings. I would. That was Double J was your name, by the way, I think. Thank you for the super chat. I would do something with Boogie and Wings, for sure. And the three of us could work it out together. We don't need Keem. I don't even know what the value added is for Keem. I don't understand it. Just us doing a podcast on YouTube ourselves would be successful. Why do we need him involved? Why is he going to take a cut? I don't think there's enough value added there at all for him to be involved. Seriously. And you're absolutely right. If Keem was serious, why couldn't he have other people reach out or whatever? It was ridiculous. The way he expected that I was going to say, Keemstar wants to contact Darkside Phil. My life ends right now until I talk to the man. He thinks he's that important. He is not. Okay? He is not. Especially not in my life. He's like, not a big deal. I got $1 tip. Sell the fappening merch. No, I'm not. I already explained. It was a depressing time in my life, has negative associations. I don't like talking about it. My wife doesn't want to hear about it. We moved past it. It's not happening. I have no feud with Keem. I don't. I don't care about the man. I do not care about the man. I don't know why you keep bringing him up. Could you guys, not mention him anymore? I don't care about the man. I don't want to talk about him for the rest of this show. It's a waste of time. Michael Cortez is a podcast with Ewings, Boogie, and Review Tech. Why do we need Review Tech? Why do we need Review Tech? Of all the people involved there, I think Review Tech would be the least interesting. Right? I don't think he adds anything either, being honest. Wildly Coyotes, I think it went extremely well. All right. Do we have any moderators? King Gokin, you're here, correct? King Gokin has a unique situation here. He's one of my moderators. I'm curious, what did you think, King Gokin? Did you watch the show, and what did you think about it? Or did you not see it? We already blew bubbles. What are you talking about? We did it a long time ago. King Gokin is not responding. Are there delay on the stream today? I thought I'd set it up to have low latency, but it seems like there's a little bit more latency on this stream. Maybe I set it up wrong. I don't think I can check that now, though. It seems like I did. It seems like there's latency or something. Like everything's going a little slow. I don't know why that would be. It seems like you guys are reacting slower to me than usual. A usual stream. I'll check it later. King Goku said, I thought the interview was fair, way longer than I thought it would. Oh, no, I thought it was going to go long. I knew it, man. I knew it was going long. Absolutely, I knew it was going long. Craig warned me of such. I told him my time was their time, Niana says, I thought it was mostly fair. Keemstar showing up was very dumb. I don't think that they'll have you as a regular guest because they think you're lying to them. There you go. And King Goku says, send them the screenshot. Chargex says, there is a delay right now. I wonder what happened. Maybe I didn't click the button that says, be live or whatever. Oh, hold on. Oh, yeah. I didn't click it. It's set to normal latency, guys. That's why. I'll fix that for tonight's stream. Apparently, we're not at ultra latency for some weird reason, even though I normally am. Something changed it. So there is a little bit of delay right now. Sorry about that. Void did a super chat. You three would be getting a guaranteed 50K. Bad how? Void, I already answered the question. Why are you asking me the same question again? Right? Why are you asking me the same question? Okay. Mr. Oink says, I don't see how screenshots would affect anything. 10 out of 10, I would not talk to those guys again. Void did a super chat. How would that 50K not help you tremendously? It didn't say. Who said it wouldn't help me tremendously? Again, it's a weighing of short-term gain versus long-term impact. All right? It's dual thing going on. Thing number one, doing business with someone who I don't respect, whose content I don't like, who I feel has made a lot of blood money on the internet and taking payment from that guy. I'm not okay with that. Number two, me now putting myself out there as a lolcow character, and people who only come for that. Imagine this. Imagine if I do this lolcow cast, correct? It blows up in popularity. It gets tons of attention, makes money. I make a lot of money. Now, my streams double to triple in viewership, but literally everyone here is a troll. Ha ha, you're a lolcow. Ha ha. Troll, 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 troll. Immediately, we lose what we have. We lose the interactivity. We lose the meaningful nature of my streams because I put myself out there as a lolcow. You know what I'm saying? Like, that could completely change the way that people perceive who I am and what I do. Right now, everyone makes fun of me as a, laughing stock of the internet. That's fine, but I do have dedicated fans. I don't want to ruin that for my fans. I don't want to ruin what we have right now. I worked 15 years to have this. Why should I throw that all out for short-term personal gain? That doesn't seem to make much sense to me. You know what I mean? Can you imagine if there were 2,000 people in this chat right now all talking with troll messages? How the hell do I even do a show? Right? Do you guys understand that line of reasoning that I'm saying here? No, Chris, I had zero clue that Keemstar was going to appear on the show. Zero. Yes, Big Papa Phil, it was supposed to be called the lolcow Podcast or something to that effect. It was supposed to be an insulting name on purpose so that people would watch it. That's exactly what the premise of the show was. So, Voices, I think you're right about selling off. I can't read it. It went off the screen. Green Goblin, I don't really care about Review Tech's personal issues. I don't know why I'd even bring that up on my stream. What does that have to do with me? I'm not Review Tech, nor do I care about his issues. When did I last have pizza? I think my wife and I made one of those oven pizzas the other night. Like last week, some point. I don't know when. I don't know why you're asking me that either, New Jack. Very pertinent question. All right, Jade. I'll see you hopefully tonight. If we do Yakuza, Like a Dragon Ishin, we'll see. I wonder if the hoopla will have died down for tonight's stream. We can actually have like a normal late night stream tonight of gameplay, or if we need to basically take the whole day to decompress or not. I have no idea. I guess we'll have to see how it goes. Maybe I'll do a poll during the break. Craig's idea about sponsors not necessarily being shilling is a good point. Yeah, I mean, but Savoy, what do you mean? What was his idea? His point was just if you're with Keem, he'll get you sponsors or whatever for the show. It wasn't like, oh, he can get you sponsors for your stuff. It was only for his show. Do you see? The interview gave me more respect for you. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Phil, fair play would have been easy to quit when he joined. I could have backed out at any moment. What am I going to do? Again, I have been through it all. I'm not afraid of anything, man. I'm not. No one on the internet's going to scare me away. What are you, out of your mind? Let's see here. A dollar tip, someone talking about being real and snorting. Are you crazy? Now, can I ask you guys an honest question? Can I really, and I know it's going to take a while to get answers. All right? I've been making content for 15 years, correct? I have been, right? I have always had post-nasal drip. Since day one. The first couple videos I put out, I was sick. I was snorting. Post-nasal drip does not go away. It gets better or worse depending on weather, humidity, other factors. It just so happens today I didn't have it. I thought I might have had it because I did wake up early and I thought my body would react badly. So what is the big deal about this? The post-nasal drip, the snorting. That's like making fun of someone because it's something they can't help, right? Right? I don't get it. If someone could explain to me how awful this thing is, you know what I'm saying? Big Purple Pickle did a super chat. You're afraid of anime boobs. Yes, I'm terrified. Dark Viking says, I saw the interview. I would say they really tried to help you out. Big ups to you for doing it. Keem is not the best person, but you know, it could maybe help you a bit. All right. Thank you for that. See here. Lane Litwick says, what's the difference if everyone already labels you a lol cow? Because there's a difference in how you portray yourself on the internet. I put out legit content, in my opinion. All right? I'm not putting out... If you look at this stream right now, what on this stream, besides me putting on a hat and a vest, which doesn't matter, it's just still me under it, what exactly is lol cowish what we're doing right now? Am I freaking out, reacting like... Every once in a while, I do something stupid over the top, and you can say that's lol cowish, but for the most part, if you look at my content today, it's nothing like that. If I do a lolcow cast, you're literally creating that environment. Everyone will just say, well, he's on the cast, you know. And that's it. Now you're the joke, right? That celebrity. The reason that Boogie and Wings are doing that boxing match, can we be honest about this? They are desperate. Boogie has said it outright. He's desperate. He's in bad straits right now. He doesn't know what he's going to do moving forward for money because he lost all his money. They need that help. They need it. They can't, they don't know what they're going to do, right? So far, right, as of now, I'm not in insanely desperate straits. Things are tight, for sure. But it's, you know what I'm saying? Why am I going to degrade myself down and ruin everything that I've worked on for 15 years just for the sake of short-term personal gain? I don't think it's worth it. That's my take. You can disagree. That's fine. That's my take on it. Of course, I could use the help. But again, it's short-term gain versus long-term perspective. What's the point of getting a short-term help if it dries up within a year or whatever, right? It's a one-time deal or whatever. Maybe there'll be some residuals on the show. But what's the point of doing that if then all my streams are ruined? I can't even do a normal stream anymore. All my hardcore fans who literally support me through it quit because they're like, I don't want to, I can't. It's ruined. Every time I go to Phil's streams, there's a bunch of trolls saying he's a lol cow, joking about disgusting stuff. I can't put up with this. Sorry. Putting out the meaningful stuff for you guys is way more important than a quick payday. You see? That's my take on it. Bruce DLX did a super chat. I think King's narcissistic. He did make a good point. The fact you make well above the average American, but you still ask your audience for more fuels your current detractors more than anything. Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. Void did a super chat. I respect your reasons for holding up morals. When you really need it, it would help you with taxes. That's when I think you're not thinking. Okay. Oh, I was thinking. Trust me, I was thinking. There was a lot of thinking going on, for sure. A ton of thinking. King Goken, I disagree. I don't think your fans would leave. I think they would. I think what's happened is we've now, over the last several years, we've created a community here on DSP Gaming, and now we're growing a new community over on DSP Reacts, correct? And this is a community that is the reason I do this. As I said on the show, and I've said this to you guys many times, I love what I do. You know, Craig says, why not just quit? I don't quit. Quit. You want me to quit doing what I love because of these people on the internet being disgusting to me? What? Quit. No, I'm not going to quit. I'm going to continue. I'm going to persevere. I'm going to succeed past this nonsense. You see? Why would I quit? I love it too much. So if it means, success, but at what means? By getting paid by Keemstar, now everything's ruined. No, that's not success. That's changing and being, that's like saying, I'm General Electric. I am a company that makes electronics, ovens and things. Well, we failed. I'm going to become a finance company now. Do you want to see DSP Finance? We could do that. You want to do DSP Finance? Probably a bad idea to have me handle other people's money when I can't handle my own well. But I'm just saying, you see the point I'm making here? A lot of people have issue with that. Like, why would you change? You know, it would essentially mean I'm changing my entire business model to being something different. I don't want to be someone different. I like who I am. And I would be more successful if people would just leave me alone. But as Adam said, they will not. You're right. So it's either I move forward positively, I ignore the nonsense around me, and I just keep striving to be better personally for myself, or I give up. So what's it going to be? Is it going to be push forward or give up? Quasi did a super chat. You're on your best behavior because all trolls are watching. Never had donos and views like this. Be real. What are you talking about? You think 700 views is the most views I've ever had? Really? You think that, huh? You think I've never exceeded a festival? Like, talk about someone who doesn't watch the stuff, right? Wow. Anyway, thank you, Quasi, for the super chat. Even if you are a troll, I don't care. I'll still put you on the leaderboard because I'm just that kind of nice guy. There you go. No, what's funny is maybe Quasi is a first-time viewer for real. Maybe he only watches the detractor stuff. He's like, oh, you're just being nice now because, you know, all the eyes are on you. Actually, no, this is a normal stream for me. This is actually exactly what it's like on a regular stream. Just that that's not what they portray, you see. I received another tip. Ugly tuna roll. I wouldn't go to another interrogation. They're not your friends. You don't need to show shit to anyone or any explanations. They do not pay your bills. Cheers, mate. Thank you. There you go. Thank you for the $4 tip. I'm getting so many different opinions. So many different opinions right now. It's pretty interesting. I welcome this input. I am like Johnny Five from the Short Circuit movies. I am alive and I need your input. I want to hear your input on this. Please continue to give me your input. Thank you. Benjamin says, no offense to you personally. I disagree with Keem. There's $1 million market for a podcast between me, Wings, and Boogie talking about games. I agree. Here's what would happen. Every time that podcast gets serious, no one cares. Only when drama happens would anyone care. And I am not Mr. Drama. You know, it would have to be, we go on there, we're insulting each other, we're pulling stunts, you know what I mean? You know, that's not who I am. If it's a serious podcast between three guys talking about games, who the hell's going to listen to that? I probably wouldn't listen to it. And I'd be on the show. I'd have earplugs in. You know? I don't think there's a market there for that at all. I agree with you there. I think the popularity of the show would be based upon us being lolcows and doing lolcow actions, correct? So what would happen is after 1 week, it would be, all right, guys, so here you go. Here's all the shit we got, all the stunts we got to pull at, you know, personal risk and all this stuff. No. Arkham's Best says, I would go for a part 2 interview. They need to ease up a little. Adam had a lot of passive aggressiveness. There you go. Tyler enjoyed the interview very much. I'm glad to hear that, Tyler. Mr. Oink says, do you feel like they were ganging up on you and it so happens a wild Keemstar appeared? I don't feel like they were. Again, that was the premise of the show. Do you not understand what the premise of the show was? That was what the show was supposed to be. That wasn't like, oh, I agreed to go on their show, and then all of a sudden, out of the blue, they're asking me these questions. That was what the show was. That was, you know, the whole idea. It was not that Phil is a standard guest. At all. Right? I got a $5.77 tip. I'm a long-time detractor. I don't believe a lot of the things you said in the interview, but Keemstar is a snake. What you witnessed tonight was a classic ambush tactic. He turns up to an opening of an envelope, and streamers will always give him a pass because the perceived clout he has. Under the circumstances, you handled him well, and ignoring him is by far the best option. Exactly. That's pretty much what I feel. Again, do you really think this guy's going to contact me legitimately? Honestly. Do you want to know why Keemstar appeared on that podcast? There's two reasons. The first reason is because he wanted to promote his fight between Wings and Boogie. And there was, you know, thousands of people on that podcast to watch it and get that promotion. And the second thing was because he's upset. If Keem didn't care about me and it was no big deal, he never would have went on that podcast. It had nothing to do with him. Nothing. He would have said, oh, it doesn't matter. No big deal. Dark Phil ignored me. He can't stand it. Again, when you're an egomaniac, right? When you're an egomaniac and everything is about you, then literally when someone doesn't go along with you and what you're expecting them to do, like drop everything to talk to him, oh my God, that's a slight. So now he's like, well, how can I exert my dominance over this guy again? Let me appear on his podcast show and dump a bunch of stuff, right? He proved it with his actions on that show. There's more to my last message than snorting, and you know it. Actually, I just saw the snorting. On snorting, it's disrespectful to viewers and easily avoidable. It is not easily avoidable at all. If I have post-nasal drip going down really badly, and I don't snort, I will cough repeatedly. And when it's bad, it will drip down my throat non-stop. And if I don't snort, all you will hear is me coughing the entire stream. You don't have it, so you cannot tell me otherwise. I received enough likes for a second celebratory bubble blow. Okay. Thank you, everyone, for the support. I have about 20 minutes left before I have to go for dinner, and I'll be back later tonight, all right, for another stream. Maybe I'll put a poll up on the channel page to determine what you guys want. Do you want gameplay tonight or just another kind of talking? I'm not sure what we want to do yet. All right? Vesper says, do you feel there's a subset of people who are trying to gaslight you, being overly positive of you and critical of the advice Craig and Adam were giving? I don't know. A lot of people in here, I don't know what that means. A lot of people in here saying they're agreeing with them. I don't see that. Again, and I disagree. I think that the show was fine. If I'm the guest on the show, I was the guest, and if I was okay with how it went, why wouldn't you be? You can formulate your opinions however you guys want. I thought it was good. I thought that's what I was going for, you know? The interview is already up to watch. They made it live. It's an archive. There you go. You can go watch it right now on Side Scrollers. Check out some of it. Check out some of it during the break, right? No, we're not doing Wolong. We're not doing that Showtime. No, we're not doing Wolong today. Sorry. And if anything, the next main daytime stream tomorrow will be Hogwarts. We have to try to finish Hogwarts. We're like 2 streams away from finishing Hogwarts. We gotta finish Hogwarts. All right, get it out of the way so we can move on to other stuff. Received another tip. Wow, you guys are being amazing. $20 from Swaggo Nito. I enjoyed the interview. I think you're correct. A podcast with Boogie and Wings would not be successful without silly lolcow crap. Keemstar was being very disingenuous as usual. Brave for you for doing that. I appreciate it. Well, thank you very much, Swaggo Nito. Big Papa Phil says, your view on how the podcast would be as valid but pessimistic. 3 of you together would be very popular and there would be many legit fans. No one's saying there wouldn't be. I'm just saying it wouldn't be $1 million show like Keem is trying to push it. You know? No way. It would have to be antics. It would have to be drama and antics constantly. It could not just be 3 guys talking about video games. That's not going to be popular. Okay? And again, if I do the show and Keemstar is involved, I would be beholden to Keemstar forever. Forever. Because then he could even tout, I was the reason. I pulled you out of the situation you were in, so you're going to do what I say forever because, yeah, you're beholden to me. Do you understand? And you don't think that's the kind of guy he is? That's exactly the kind of guy he is. That's why I would not do that. You see? Oh, I got a $6.66 tip from LaQuisha. Thank you, Craig and Adam, for a fun and fancy-free interview. There you go. Thank you, LaQuisha, for a tip. That is very nice of you. Fun and fancy-free. I don't think anyone has ever said to me that I was fun and fancy-free. Not once. It's absolutely ridiculous. Showtimes, I felt it was a setup. I'm positive they had Keem Ling in the cut. They had Gundam pre-recorded. They had a ton of detractors pre-recorded, and they played one. That's all they got to. Time ran out. They were probably going to do a segment of it, and yeah, that did not work. They ran out of time. I gotta figure out if next time if there's a way to show stuff on the show. Like I know that I watched the Side Scrollers podcast, and I know Adam sometimes is able to bring in stuff. Like he's able to bring in pictures and stuff, and I don't know how to do that. Like that was the first time I ever had experience with that streaming service, and I was like, man, I wish I had known. Maybe I could have brought some stuff in. You know, I don't know how to do that. To look at it. I got a $2.50 tip. I understand why Keem acted like a victim. You literally told him the times you're available for a call. Then they asked why you wouldn't answer the phone while you're streaming. It's unprofessional to drop what you're doing live and answer a phone call. You spent years on the channel. I feel like they didn't respect that. They said, what was so important you couldn't answer the phone? Yeah, it's called my job. That's what was so important. Sorry, I can't drop my job. And again, I didn't even know that it was him. I didn't have his phone number or anything. So I had absolutely no idea. Did I just screw that up? No, that's correct. I had absolutely no idea if that was even him calling me. You know, he didn't leave a voicemail. He just called and missed call. Again, there's so many things, there's so many holes in what he said. But because he's Keemstar, everyone will give him the benefit of the doubt. Whatever, dude. I got a $10 tip. Let's see. You said, hold on. You said if you send a screenshot to Craig, no one will believe him. I don't necessarily agree with that. Detractors will never change their minds. You don't know if it would help your image by having a person who seems pretty likable and trustworthy, has a dedicated viewer base like Craig vouch for you. You literally have no allies or anyone with an audience who would defend you online. Huh? You mean right now? Yeah, because no one knows. No one cares. No one fucking cares. No one cares about WWE champions but my detractors. Why do they care? Because that's the gravy train for them. That's exactly why. It's the gravy train for them, folks. It's, 100% the gravy train for them. They keep it rolling. Keep it rolling, rolling, rolling. You know? I'll see you tonight, Willow. Sounds good. We got 10 minutes left. If anyone has any final things you want to ask, any things you want to say, any contributions, anything, now would be the time before I take my break, right? I'll see you tonight, Willow. Sounds good. In the future, would I consider a complete run of Dino Crisis from PS1? Maybe. We've played it before. I don't know why that's being asked now. What's for dinner? A Mexican bake. There was no golden opportunity to debunk everything. This never happened. It's never happened. There was no perfect opportunity to do this. No matter what I said and did on that show, the hate would continue. It didn't matter. Do I like Street Fighter Duel? I think it's okay. It's a good time killer game. Is exactly what it is. It's, by the way, it's a superb amount of content you get for free. Like I said, I've spent a few bucks on it. The dollar here, the dollar there to get, the freebie packs or whatever, the very low charge packs. You know what I mean? And I've been playing it, and, you get a lot of free characters and everything. I'm not going to talk about it at length or tell you my account or anything about, that extent, because you know exactly what would happen. I mean, let's not be stupid here. Right? We know what the detractors would do with that information. But it's an okay game. It's not even like Street Fighter at all. It plays nothing like Street Fighter. It's like one of those tap, like Adam said, almost like a tap RPG, but you don't even have to tap. It just auto-plays itself. It does. It auto-plays. You build your team. You build your order of like what order they're going to fight. And then the game just plays. You don't have to do anything. It's interesting that's Street Fighter. I don't know. It is cool to have a bunch of Street Fighter characters in a game like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's cool to have a mobile game where all your favorite Street Fighters are in it, and you might or might not get them. But it's cool to see, like, the Street Fighter, and they're portrayed pretty accurately. Like, Zangief will do a spinning pile driver, and, Dhalsim will do a yoga flame, or the big flame ball that he had. I think it was Street Fighter 5 that he had that. I don't know. But they have all these different abilities. That's kind of neat and kind of, in line with what you would expect from a Street Fighter game. It's not like, they didn't know who the characters were or anything. They actually nailed it. But it's nothing to write home about. That's a game that's like, I want to talk about Street Fighter Duel. Okay, you do it once ever. There's nothing else to say. You know what I mean? It's boring. It's grindy. Okay. I got an $11.55 tip. A Lolcow podcast would be great. The whole point of Lolcow is you guys naturally produce comedy. No extra shenanigans needed. You did well in the interview. This is coming from a detractor that does want to see better things for you, honestly. Thank you very much for that. I appreciate that. And thank you for the tip. Again, you guys are awesome. Right. Here we go. All right, a few more minutes, guys. Man, I gotta pee. I did pee between the streams, but man, I gotta pee again. I drank 2 bottles of non-carbonated water. 2 bottles. I am like about to burst. Do you guys think we should do a normal stream tonight? Let's do a poll in the chat. We're going to do a poll right now with everyone here. Over 600 people still here. A lot of people are leaving now. What should we do on tonight's late stream? 2 hours chatting to decompress, or like a dragon Ishin gameplay. Let's see. You guys vote right now. Let's see what you guys are going to vote for. Quasi did a super chat. Go drink your ALC. Keep the change. What is ALC? What does that mean? I don't know. But thank you for the super chat, Quasi. No, we're not playing anything else tonight. It's either Like a Dragon or we're going to do the decompress stream. Because here's the thing. Tomorrow, I am 100% back into the regular schedule. It's going to be Hogwarts on the first stream and either Like a Dragon or Oblivion on the late stream. Saturday, we're doing my React stuff. This is all normal schedule for the rest of the week. And I basically want to get this done with, meaning I don't want to keep talking about it all week. You understand? I know some people will be bringing it up occasionally, but if we really want to talk about what just happened, I want to talk about it happening tonight, get it out of the way, and then the rest of the week, we just go back to normalcy, okay? That's my goal. He'll meant alcohol. Oh. Mr. Wang says, can we all hop in a Zoom meeting? No. Scallop Potato says, Ishin is pretty long of a game. Make some progress. The stream and the break, this stream and the break are decompression. You know, some people are going to be confused. There's no level 1 podcast today. I'm so consistent with that. I wonder how many people are going to be like so confused that there's no podcast, right? Right? Okay. Games are backlogged. Make progress on Ishin. Here's the thing, Scallop Potatoes. Ishin and Oblivion are in no rush. Right now, I would say the games that need to be finished are Hogwarts and Wolong. Once those are done, we can focus on Resident Evil 4 this Friday and then maybe bring in Metroid Prime remake, right? Remaster, excuse me. That could be good 2 daytime main gameplay streams. The night streams are going to go on for a long time. I know that without Like a Dragon and Oblivion are going to continue. I don't really feel pressure there, you see? So I could go an extra stream tonight. Right now, the voting is in favor of 2 hours with decompression chatting tonight. Deanna, see you later. Did I taste the gin the Dutch brothers have sent me? I did not. I have not tasted it at all. I will likely taste it during my birthday event on April, well, if it happens on April 6th, my real birthday or not, I'm not sure. Super Snow Carl Turbo HD Remix did a $10 tip. I love the fact that detractors want answers. They go to the interview without derailing the stream, and the Street Fighter Duel looks like an interesting game, especially with the Monster Hunter Universe crossover. I don't think it's respectful to call the Essential Podcast a lolcow podcast. I agree. It's not. That's the point. It's not supposed to be respectful. It's supposed to be an embarrassment. It's supposed to be make some money by embarrassing the guys on it. That's the point. Do you think that Wings and Boogie boxing is going to be a respectable boxing match, or do you think that it's a publicity stunt between two people who everyone knows are going to look ridiculous and probably put themselves at great personal risk to do it? There you go. We're definitely leaning towards a decompressed stream tonight, for sure. It's like 56%. So, will you guys come back for the decompressed stream is the question. Will you just come and chill with me for a couple of hours and talk? I'd be down for that. I have never watched The Fighting Cowboy or Radbrad. No, I have not. No, I do not know who Delaware is. Nope, nope, and nope. Kid says, I'd pay to see you fight Keemstar in a boxing match. Oh my god, you guys are something else. You guys are something else. You would pay to see me take someone's block off or someone take my block off? That's what you want. You want DS pugilist. Well, I fight like this. See, most people, they actually, like, they lead with their left and they go forward with their right. I fight the old rope-a-dope fisticuff style, the underhand style. You ever seen someone fight like this? This is the deadliest punching style. I don't know if you're aware of this. When you come from underneath, there's no defense. How are you blocking this? Right? Chef D says, too bad you're not playing Bassmaster anymore. Would have been a perfect night for you. Yeah, we're not doing that anymore, sadly. A good reboot for KO Gaming, says Ken the Boss. Now, that's a good one. A good reboot for KO Gaming. The only video on the channel is me knocking someone out. Or me getting knocked out, I guess. We still work. The name. Would I ever be involved in creator content, not the boxing, maybe something else in the type of content creator event with other creators, says Big Papa Phil? No one wants to be in an event with me, Big Papa Phil, because of the trolling. Unless it's a lolcow related event, no one wants to collab with me. Did you know that? That's very much the case. Okay? Oh my god. Thank you, Simon, for becoming a channel member. We are now at 4 o'clock. And guys, it is time for me to say goodbye for now. I will end this show. However, I'll be back tonight, 6:45 p.m. Pacific time, to relax with all of you. I hope that you all will join me tonight. And, you know, it looks like you guys want another decompressed session. It looks like you don't want Wolong. Excuse me, you don't want Like a Dragon Ishin. Then tomorrow we'll get back to it. Tomorrow will be Hogwarts and Like a Dragon, which is what today was supposed to be. He's always pushed today, right? I'm just going off of what you guys want, okay? Yep. All right. Well, guys, thank you. Thanks for a chill decompress. I guess we'll come back and talk and relax more tonight. 6:45 p.m. Pacific time. Sound good? I hope it sounds good to you. Boy, these glasses are bothering me. When I'm not playing a game, they actually bother me staring at the webcam the whole time. So I hope we'll relax tonight. Whatever you guys want to talk. You know what we could do? Holy crap. We could do the Level 1 podcast tonight. Because we didn't get to do it. Why not? That would be perfect. No? I can tell you about my day off. I can tell you about what I did yesterday. We could talk about some game news, right? And we could have our interaction. It's a longer segment, so it'd be a long interaction. That's pretty good, I think. That would work, because then we could actually talk, and we'll talk certain segments you guys like, but then we'll have big, again, open Q&A for those who want to talk. How about, let's do that. All right, that was a good idea. Thank you, Wolf-like, for a super chat. Probably would be good to play a chill game. We're going to have a chill stream tonight. Tonight, 6:45, the Level 1, well, the stream starts at 6:45, then we go to, then we go to the late night stream. Around 7:15, we'll start with the Level 1 podcast. All right? And we'll go from there. We've never done that before. That's a first, right? A special edition, post side scrollers edition of the Level 1 podcast. I'll even set up the stream with the logo and everything. Yeah, Jay says, hell yep, let's do it. Sounds good to me. It sounds like a plan. That was a good plan. I don't know how I came up with that. I probably stole it from someone. All right, guys, thank you very much. Let's end the show. Thanks for watching. See you tonight.